Good food in the kitchen this morning. Very interesting food, guys.
Stuart, you know, I have to say, I think I could throw a baseball better than that.
I think I could kick a baseball better than that.
It's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty embarrassing. I'm here with Stuart Red Donald from the Lucky Irish Pub. We are making today, of course, a burger. And yesterday we teased this burger. It's a PB&J burger. And I told Joe yesterday we were going to have it. I'd have the PB&J and he could have the burger. But Stuart just told me, yeah, it doesn't really work like that.
No, it's a one package deal there.
So I have to eat. We're gonna have to cut that in half. I'm gonna have to eat that whole thing, Stuart.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if you can eat the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
And you know, y'all were talking about Maya Angelou passing, and I was sitting here with Joe when it announced.
Yeah.
I was really into the jazz era writers and poets and stuff, and she actually did a cookbook that is traditional soul food. She was one of the first people to do it. And the recipe she has for braised short ribs is the recipe I still use today.
Really?
So it really is a loss. And, you know, no one knew she did cookbooks as well.
Right, so affecting all genres kind of things that going on. So if you want to see that cookbook, he still uses the recipe. Check it out. So I'm sure it's wonderful.
Yeah, she was a national treasure.
Absolutely.
She really was.
Well, as far as what we're doing this morning, we're getting started. So if people are watching at home, they're thinking about making this for dinner tonight.
Yeah, lots
for
of
their
people.
kids, because it has PB&J on it. Let's get started and tell us what we need.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a Thai peanut sauce. So it's not really peanut butter like you think of on a sandwich, but it starts with peanut butter like you do. And if anybody's been to a Chinese buffet or any of the Asian restaurants around town, they've seen chicken satay or something like that. This is the same sauce that they're doing.
Stuart, you're really tempting me with that peanut butter, because if you ask anybody that works at Fox 10, they all know that I keep peanut butter at my desk and I eat it by itself. So you're really tempting me with that. What are we putting in now? I
added some soy sauce. The next thing I want to do, I want you to sniff this. That is toasted sesame oil. It's very strong. It's got a great flavor. And I'm going to put just a little bit in it because, like I say, it can overwhelm.
Yeah, it seems strong.
And then the last thing that goes in is Chinese 5-spice, which is just a mix of very common spices that they use in the Asian areas. So I'm going to put that in, and that's really all that goes into it. But it's going to take a little while to mix it all together because it is peanut butter.
That's right. Well, it looks like that. It looks like you're having fun splashing that around a little bit. Now, I also see some pepper jelly here, some jalapeno pepper jelly.
Right.
But that's not coming in until later?
Right. And that's, Tabasco makes this. A lot of people have their own home recipe. You can use a bell pepper jelly if you want. It's really not overly sweet, just like this is not going to be sweet because of the addition of the soy sauce. That's not too terribly sweet either. In fact, I would say that's less sweet than ketchup. And people are thinking, oh, he's putting jelly on a burger. Well, ketchup is basically tomato jelly. When you think about it, or a tomato jam. So it's not that bad. So we're just going to keep mixing this, and all the flavors will come together. And then in the next segment, I'll cook the burger. And kind of give some tips on how to cook a good burger.
Well, I was about to say, this seems like the relatively easy part. The harder part, at least for me, would be cooking the actual burger. People getting ready for cooking the burger, what should they be doing?
You want to make sure that if you're doing it on a pan or a grill, it doesn't matter, make sure it's good and hot. Because you want to get a good sear on it, because that crust on the outside is so underestimated. It's the best part of a burger. A good crunchy crust on the outside of it. That will help the juices stay in there. It'll give you a good contrast of textures, you know, because like you've had a beignet before, right? And you like it crunchy on the outside and light on the inside like a donut. Everything should have two different textures going on. Well,
Chef Stuart giving you a little bit of a tease of what's to come. He's going to get that burger cooking. I tell you what, this smells good. He's still working on the peanut butter. He probably will be through the commercial break. But coming up next, we're going to work on that burger, and Joe is going to eat the whole thing at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned.
One bite.
Absolutely. Joe?
Welcome back into our kitchen. It's time for uniqueness. You've never had anything like this before, possibly. What is it, Chef Stuart?
It's a burger, dude.
So
you're tripping on. Where are you from,
dude?
Mars?
Why you got to make me sound like that? Yes, everyone's had a burger before. You've never had a burger quite like this, most likely.
Right, the PB&J burger, and this is our burger of the week at Lucky. We trimmed down our menu, and then we're doing more specials.
I see.
So we'll have a daily scoopable special, like today will be shepherd's pie. And our burger of the week this week is the PB&J burger. What I'm going to do now is just give you some tips on just getting a really good burger. You see, I got my pan smoking hot here.
It is smoking hot.
Okay, and I want to put my burger in. Now, Lucky, we use half-pound patties, 100% certified Angus beef, never frozen.
There you go. That's
So-
the good stuff right there.
Yeah, and then you just want to get a good seasoning on it. I'm just going to go with some salt and pepper right now. You can use anything that you like to season your burger with for this.
That was a healthy portion of salt there.
Yeah, don't be afraid of salt, man. Don't be afraid of salt. There's a lot of misinformation out there about it. The sodium that's bad for us is monosodium glutamate, sodium benzoate. Those are both more preservatives. They're in a lot of your processed foods. Sodium chloride, which is salt, not really that bad.
Dude, did it just turn into a chemistry class in here? What's
It sure
happening?
did. Well, you know,
Monosodium glutamate, benzoate, something other?
exactly. If it's hard to say like that, you probably shouldn't eat it. Salt, you can say.
Good
And we're-
tip.
And we're using just a sea salt, which is nice and healthy. There's no added chemicals to it. What I want to do is get a really good sear on this burger before I ever flip it over.
Okay.
So we got a little time to talk because it's going to take some time.
All right, sounds good. Well, why don't you tell us about Lucky Irish Pub for the folks who haven't been there before? Where is it? What's the facility all about? You also have the bar that's open in the evening and everything. Tell us all about what's going on.
All right, well, we're located at 3692 Airport Boulevard, and a lot of people, especially old Mobile people, will know that as the old Patio Tools location.
Okay.
We threw a new coat of lipstick on it, perfumed it up really good, and it's a beautiful, traditional-looking Irish pub now. Dark wood panel walls, it's real wood, and we've got artifacts all over the walls and behind the bar. They're actually from Ireland. One of our owners, Paul Dunning, went there this summer. And every pub we went into was like, hey, I just opened an Irish pub in Alabama. And they were like, oh, great, here, take this, put it on your wall. So he's got
Very
pictures.
cool.
He's been to the oldest Irish pubs in the world.
That
And they
is
were like,
awesome.
here, take this Guinness glass or take this serving tray for Jameson's whiskey, you know. So we've got all of that going on. And it's just a totally different environment than what you're used to. Are you getting scared? You're so scared of this burger.
I was actually just shifting positions, but that's okay. I was going to say, we actually just had a birthday party out there for one of our audio engineers here at Fox 10. His name is Charles. He had his 40th birthday, so we were heading out, so I got a chance to check out Lucky, and it really is a great atmosphere, a fun place to go and hang out and have some great food as well. So is that ready to flip about now, or still a little bit longer?
It's still a little shy of it, but it's getting close.
All right, so
And,
I'll tell
we
you
do a
what.
lot of live music out there, too.
Live music as well. We'll let you talk about that in our next and final segment when we come back in just a little while. Now it's time to learn what's going on in the tech world with our very own Danny Dials. Back in our Studio 10 kitchen, all three of us are back, Stuart, Chastity, and I, and the star of the show, this PB&J burger. What do you think?
I thought Stuart was the star.
He is. Well,
This
So
burger is the star.
how dare him, Stuart? I think the chef is the star. And
it's National Burger Day.
Okay.
Stuart's a good guy, but on National
He's a
Burger Day,
good guy.
shouldn't the burger be the star?
At least you said you were a good guy. You know.
Well, I just want to share, I was talking about the crust earlier when we were cooking, and if you want to look down here, see the dark brown edges that I've got there through there?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what you want to get. So this burger is done. I'm going to show you a neat little trick to get the cheese melted here. This is what we do in the restaurant.
So good. And of course he's got bacon. I came over here and I was like, oh, I see you brought me some bacon for breakfast. He said, Chastity, you can't make a burger without bacon.
Put a little water on there.
That's a good idea. So,
And then the steam builds up right here. It'll only
That's
take
pretty
just a few
cool.
seconds. And while that's melting,
I might actually do that sometime, Stuart.
That's really cool.
You taught me something this morning.
this is the part that everyone knows how to do. I'm making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I'm really good at that.
Got my Thai peanut butter right here.
I heard some schools don't allow peanut butter and jelly sandwiches anymore because of peanut.
Right. I've heard people talk about
And you know,
that
if
too.
you've got a peanut allergy and you want to do this burger and you want to taste it, you can use tahini, which is a paste made from sesame seeds. It's the main ingredient that goes in the hummus that gives it its flavor. And it is almost indistinguishable from peanut butter in texture and everything.
Tahini.
Okay,
Tahini.
so we have the peanut butter on here.
Right. Now I'm
Now,
gonna
the main
set
part.
our burger down here. And the only thing left to do is put our jelly on it.
And that is
I know how Chastity is. Let's give her some extra bacon.
extra bacon. There you go. You get this reputation on the show as like you eat everything. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't eat that much. But
You know, you need to drop by the pub and try our new fried bread pudding.
That sounds good. Hey, guys, we only got a few seconds left here, so Stuart, if you want Chastity to try this out. there
what
you go.
the? Of course, I have to put it in my mouth.
And as Chastity takes
We're
a
gonna go to
giant
commercial.
bite of this
How
burger,
am I supposed to do this?
we will be right back with more Studio DAs.